Oh, a microphony.
And a phony at the mic.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
The Doctor of Discernment is now online.
You know, much like my show, in that it's a local reaction to things that are happening on a federal level.
Dispensing a daily dose of common sense. No prescription required.
Wow, do I have a boatload of stuff for you, from the crazy to the absurd. Let's start getting into it because, I mean, it is bizarro world out there. And I say, if it's obvious to me, it should be obvious to everybody. Oh, wow. Who could have seen this coming?
This is the Fourth Hour with Greg Belfrage.
Hold on to your butts.
Good morning again, my friends, broadcasting from the Bat Cave, not from the basement bunker, but the Bat Cave this morning. It's great to be with you again. I want to make sure the audio is up and running. Can you guys give me a yo? I'm not hearing anything in the headphones, but it's telling me the audio is there. Can you guys I'm looking at the comments here. Would you please just give me a yo? Let me know that you're hearing me, because I hate going on and on for 5 or 10 minutes, and I don't know whether you can hear me or not. All right, I'm going to just start rolling. I got a lot of stuff to share with you this morning, and most of it is coming from Minnesota. So you had federal law enforcement clashing with agitators in Minneapolis again last night into this morning. So this has been ongoing, so much so that the president this morning is threatening to invoke the Insurrection Act in Minnesota. That is the big story this morning. President Trump warning this morning that he would invoke the Insurrection Act. He said, if the corrupt politicians of Minnesota don't obey the law and stop the professional agitators and insurrectionists from attacking the patriots of ICE, who are only trying to do their job, I will institute the Insurrection Act, which many presidents have done before me, and quickly put an end to the travesty that is taking place in that once great state. This is what President Trump said on True Social this morning. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up, team, on the audio. Glad that you're hearing it. I'm going to lose no, wait a minute. I don't think I will. So what else is had an ICE agent shooting an illegal immigrant in the leg yesterday during an arrest attempt. And just imagine now the way people are behaving toward law enforcement is just absolutely crazy in my mind. But think how it emboldens people who are in the country illegally. Think how they are emboldened. Do you really want to go embolden people then who are in violation of the law? Do you think that's a good idea? That's just one of those things that just absolutely baffles me. So the president making it very, very clear that he will invoke the Insurrection Act. He also said yesterday he announced plans to end federal funding to sanctuary cities and states beginning in February. It was at the Detroit Economic Club. This was actually on Tuesday. The president said he accused states that contain sanctuary cities, what we were just talking about, fostering fraud, crime, and violence. And he said they're protecting criminals at the expense of American citizens. Starting February 1, we are not making any payments to sanctuary cities or states having sanctuary cities, because they do everything possible to protect criminals. So the president making it very, very clear that he is not going to allow this. He's going to crack down on this. To me, it's just absolutely crazy. And the more you hear from Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, the more you hear from the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Pry, it's just mind-boggling. So Walz, now he is calling on people in Minnesota, use your phones and record federal officers then conducting these federal immigration actions. He said, help us. Now listen to this carefully, what Walz is saying. Help us establish a record of exactly what's happening in our communities. Help us create a database, not just to establish a record for posterity, but for future prosecutions. So he is talking then about prosecuting these people from ICE, which good luck with that. But what this does, and the more that he continues along these lines, it just emboldens these people. And I think it pushes them even further. You just see more insanity. It's just got more and more crazy. There was an interesting, I don't have it today. Do you see the, New York Post had this story. Renee Good, was it her, someone is an in-law of hers, okay? Renee Good, an in-law of hers, who was saying that he disagrees with what's going on. He understood it, but what's happening in the streets and what they're doing and all of this, how it flies. Now I'm paraphrasing here, but he said basically that it flies in the face of God. And I thought that's a powerful, powerful statement. I'm sorry I don't have that, because that story caught my eye. Was it this? I lose track of days here, whether it was this morning or yesterday, but it may have been last evening. I was looking, I was scrolling through some news, and he says that you see people who have lost sight, and there's no focus on God at all in what's happening in all of these protests. Bingo. That's absolutely right. It is absolutely spot on correct. No focus on God whatsoever. And that's what you see. So in the absence of God, what prevails? Craziness, anarchy. It's just absolutely mind-blowing. But I think we see that very, very clearly. So you had Walls. He said, "We will not have to live like this forever. Accountability is coming at the voting booth and in court." So it's just this, he's just off the rails. Just absolutely incredible. Then you've got Jacob Pry, the mayor of Minneapolis. He has been doing a number of interviews here over the last few days. And he said that ICE agents in the city were causing chaos. Is that your perspective? I would love to hear from you in the comments section, please. Is that your perspective? Is that it's ICE agents who are causing the chaos? Or is it these leftists? It's just absolutely incredible. So he's another beauty. He blamed the nearly 3,000 federal officers deployed across Minneapolis as the reason for the disorder. And he said that the 600 police officers that we have are charged on any given day with investigating crime, stopping homicide, so on. That's the work of a police officer in this city. Meanwhile, we have ICE agents throughout our state, along with our border patrol, are creating chaos. No, they're not. They're not creating chaos. They're out there enforcing federal law. They are out there enforcing federal law. And I think any suggestion otherwise just, flies in the face of common sense, anything reasonable. It's just absolutely crazy as you watch this. Now, speaking of what's going, just a lot of news coming out of Minneapolis that I want to share with you. The St. Paul Teachers Union and what they told members. Have you heard this? They are calling on their 3,500 plus members to, they have three demands. They want ICE to leave Minnesota. They want to prosecute the ICE agent who shot Renee Good. And they want to defund ICE. And they are saying that any that either you need to pick one side or the other. So either you agree with them that ICE needs to leave Minnesota, you got to defund ICE, you got to prosecute the ICE agent, you got to do all of those things. Either you agree with that or they don't want you, basically, is what it boils down to. And this is, I think, just another indication of how these teachers' unions, these organized teachers' unions, have just become an absolute front groups for the left in this country. And that's a great example. So either you've got to agree with their insanity or they don't even, it's just incredible. So they're doing a shutdown protest, no work, no school, no shopping. I mean, really? They're doing a shutdown protest over this. How were the schools even affected? How were the schools even affected? This is just absolute insanity from top to bottom. And the harder you look at it, the more insane it gets. It's just, oh man, it's just crazy town. All right. Nick Shirley also is back in the news that he will be testifying before Congress on Minnesota fraud. The House Judiciary Subcommittee on Crime and Federal Government Surveillance, they're holding a hearing centered around the Minnesota fraud scandals. Nick Shirley will be there. He's the YouTuber and freelance journalist that we talked about quite a little bit a couple of weeks ago. He's the one who really unveiled, really pulled back the curtain on the fraud that was occurring in Minnesota. Just jaw-dropping, I think, as we watch that. And as of yet, have you seen any significant reporting? I mean, being able to refute that and say that what Shirley uncovered was not true, false? Absolutely not. There has been none of that. It's just mind-blowing to me. So Representative Andy Biggs of Arizona, he's the chair of the committee. And he said, I pulled up earlier today a report from last July, and they're interviewing Minnesota residents. He said, you can't keep anything on your porch or in your yard because it gets stolen. You get your windows broken out of your car. It seems lawless. So that is life then in, and I won't say all of Minnesota, but certainly in Minneapolis, that you can't leave stuff on your porch. The windows get busted out of your cars. Can you imagine living in a community like that? I mean, this is what happens then in these very liberal, leftist kind of communities. It's just crazy. So the hearing, this is coming up a few days from now, will feature testimony from Nick Shirley in addition to Jennifer Larson. She is the CEO of the Holland Autism Center and Clinic, former Minnesota police officer, as well as a former Minnesota fraud investigator. And they'll be taking a look at this. There's looking at a story of the Quality Leering Center. Oh, it's just so, I mean, it's so in your face, right? How do you can't hide it. It's right there. It's just for everybody to see right out in front of your face. And it's just absolutely crazy. Okay, that's all I got for news for you today. I do want to say, coming up tomorrow, I may be a little bit late. I've got an appointment back at Vance Thompson Vision tomorrow. It's a follow-up. They're going to remove that contact lens in my left eye. And the appointment is at 8:20. I'm not convinced I'm going to be able to be back that lens every now and again. It slides just right. And whoa. They're going to remove that tomorrow, and I'm not sure that I can be back in place by 9:30. Here's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to, after my appointment, I'm going to go to work. I've got some other things I need to take care of at Kello tomorrow. So I'm hoping then by tomorrow, certainly by 10, that I'll be set up in my office and we'll go with my regular setup from my my office studio rather than from here at home. So yeah, check out the Batman stuff. You can see some of it behind me there. Those Corgi Batmobiles, the little cars on the that you see on the white cards. Yeah, those are nice still on the card. I got to anyway, we will do the 4th hour tomorrow. We may run a little bit late, so I appreciate your patience. I've appreciated your patience all this week. Thank you so much for, whether it's the radio show, whether it's the 4th hour. I appreciate you welcoming me into your life wherever you are and whatever you're doing. If you're not a subscriber on YouTube, we're getting more and more. How many? Let me take a look at this because I want to get the number correct. I think we're currently up 529 subscribers right now on YouTube. So more and more of you are subscribing. We're shooting for 600. So if you are not a subscriber to us on YouTube, please become one. That would be very greatly appreciated. And of course, you can catch us on Facebook. Also, we broadcast on X each day as well. And I appreciate all of you on all of these various platforms. Very, very deeply appreciated. All right, I'm going to leave it there for today. You have made it through the entire video, the end of the video. So you are part of my gallery of champions. Special salute to the Bunker Brigade. Those are the folks that are here each and every day. You see them commenting, especially on YouTube. Just a ton of comments on YouTube. And I'm grateful for all of you. So until tomorrow, my friends, I'm underground and gone.